Good afternoon to all. I am Dr. Rashmi Shrivastava, lecturer from Department of Electrical Engineering, IIMT College of Polytechnic, Greater Noida. My today's topic is soft and hard water. As we all are familiar to water, it's a basic need to all of us. The chemical composition or the molecular formula of water is H2O. We all know that water is almost 78% of our body. How will you define water and what is the types of water? First, I have to define the water. Water is the basic need of every living being, either plant kingdom or animal kingdom. It is the most important content for the survival of living beings. The two types of water are soft water and hard water. Now first I have to define what is hard water or how will you identify the water is hard or the soft. The hard water is the water that contains an excess of calcium and magnesium atoms, or we can say the particles of the element. The level of hard ions in your water depends on the area which you live in. How will you identify that the area in which you live in, the water is hard or soft? So we have to observe the effects of water. First is it leaves limescale deposits. Second, it stains and damaged appliances. Appliances means either utensils, glasswares, your electronic items, or the daily containers you have to use. Third is dried skin and causes eczema. Fourth is it blocks pipelines and boilers, or it damages your heaters, geysers, and water purifiers. Then, how will you measure? How will you identify the hardness of water? So, you can say the hardness of water is a measure of the total concentration of the calcium and mainly magnesium ions expressed as calcium carbonate. The formula of calcium carbonate is CaCO3. There are two types of hardness. First is temporary hardness of water and the second is permanent hardness of water. The removal methods of temporary hardness of water is simply to boil the water. Temporary hardness is due to the presence of bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, and it can be easily removed by the boiling of water. The formula of calcium bicarbonate is CaHCO3, and when we boil it, it breaks down into calcium carbonate, which is CaCO3, carbon dioxide, CO2, and water. Now we have to filter this water. The calcium carbonate is settled down and the pure water we have to obtain. The second hardness is permanent hardness. Permanent hardness is due to the presence of chlorides and sulfates of calcium and mainly magnesium elements. This type of hardness cannot be removed by simply boiling. The removal methods of permanent hardness is different. If we compare soft water and hard water, As I earlier tell you about the hard water, now how will you define it, or how will you compare the soft water and hard water? Hard water is basically due to the high mineral content. High mineral content means hard water containing calcium and magnesium particles much more the enough quality of the particles. Soft water. The soft water is water having less mineral content or having less concentration of calcium and magnesium particles in the water. The next is hard water. It mainly contains magnesium and calcium ions and in large quantity. Soft water contains less content of magnesium and calcium ions. Other comparison is that hard water having a characteristic taste. It is much better tasty as compared to the soft water. And if we have take soft water, then it is totally salty. So we always prefer to having hard water due to its tasty nature. Other also points to define or to differentiate between the soft water and the hard water. Soft water and hard water, as we compare on the basis of appliances, soft water is much beneficial or much useful for the cleaning of appliances because it not deposit as a thin film on the outer or inner surfaces of the appliances. If we based on the basis of drinking, which one is better, then we can say the hard water having the health benefits due to the presence of minerals which are calcium and mainly magnesium ions. So generally it is having the better taste as compared to soft water. It is salty in nature due to the presence of sodium ions in it and it having the less minerals of calcium and magnesium. If having the skin, hard water is harmful for your skin and hair. It causes eczema, the disease of the skin. Soft water is much better for your skin due to the presence of less content of chemical elements. Soft water and hard water, as we compare the reaction of soft water and hard water with soap or detergent, or we can say the chemicals, then hard water react less as compared to the soft water. So the all chemical reactions will proceed or will done with the help of distilled water because soft water having less content of the minerals which does not stop the proper proceeding of any chemical reaction. Soft water is rather easy with water. Soft water, it costs less than washing clothes with soft water because less soap will be consumed for the washing purpose. It lacks calcium and magnesium chlorides, sulfates, bicarbonates, salts. The water is not suitable for drinking because calcium and magnesium salts are not completely dissolved in the water. The boiler does not deteriorate quickly due to its use. Now come to the hard water. It produces less amount and less lather with the soap. That's why washing or cleaning the clothes with the presence of hard water is much more difficult as compared to the soft water. Soap is more expensive in washing and much more quantity is consumed for washing the clothes due to the less amount of lather formed with the soap by using hard water. Third is, as we all know, the hard water contains calcium and magnesium, chlorides, sulfates, and bicarbonate salts, which are completely soluble in hard water. So, this water is useful for drinking in a small quantity because it fulfills the mineral deficiency in our body. But for consuming the hard water is very little quantity is recommended. Due to its use, the boiler gets spoiled quickly. If we live in the area where the hard water is, then the geysers, water purifiers, other appliances, and glasswares are quickly spoiled. As we define the hard water and soft water on the basis of minerals, the hard water is rich in minerals, the soft water is few in minerals. Mineral concentration as compared with the soft water, hard water contains much more 60 mg per liter of the concentration of calcium and magnesium minerals. Soft water should having less than 60 milligram per liter minerals. As we compare to the behavior, hard water forms foams less as compared to soft water. Washing dishes, hard water is unsuitable because it deposits a thin film of calcium carbonate on the upper and lower or inside and outside surfaces of the utensils. Soft water is completely suitable for the washing purposes, either for clothes or for any appliances due to the presence of less content of calcium and magnesium salts. As we next come to the behavior with our skin and hair, hard water is unsuitable for bathing or hair washing. Soft water having no adverse effect on the skin or hair. In the uses of boilers, hard water is completely unsuitable because it spoils the metallic layer of the boilers. Soft water is completely suitable for the boilers and geysers. Now, the methods for the removal of temporary hardness of water. As we know that temporary hardness of water is easily removed. The first step of removal of temporary hardness of water is by boiling. The procedure of the removal of temporary hardness is when water containing temporary hardness is boiled, the calcium or magnesium hydrogen trioxocarbonate decomposes to form insoluble calcium trioxocarbonate or magnesium trioxocarbonate. The reaction is calcium carbonate like CaHCO3 whole twice, and it decomposes into calcium carbonate, H2O, and carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is removed as the form of gas, and the calcium carbonate is settled down on the base of the container, which is easily removed by the filtration process. The second method for the removal of temporary hardness of water is by adding calculated amount of slaked lime. The formula of slaked lime is CaOH whole twice. When we added a definite amount of slaked lime with the calcium bicarbonate, the same reaction takes place. The calcium carbonate is settled down at the base, which is easily removed by the process of filtration. Now, how will we remove the temporary hardness? By the chemical process of boiling hard water, as we can boil water to remove temporary hardness. Temporary hardness in water can be easily removed by boiling, as we all know that calcium carbonate is settled down, which is removed by the filtration, and we can get the soft water by the removal of calcium and magnesium hardness. The next is, how will we remove the permanent hardness? Yeah, the methods of removal of permanent hardness of water. First is by adding washing soda. The formula of washing soda is Na2CO3, which is sodium carbonate. Calcium and magnesium ions are precipitated as insoluble carbonates, which are easily removed by the process of filtration. When the calcium chloride and the magnesium sulfate react with washing soda, means CaCl2, which is calcium chloride, and then it reacts with sodium carbonate, which is Na2CO3, it forms calcium carbonate, CaCO3, and NaCl. The calcium carbonate is easily removed by the settlement, and we can separate NaCl from the rest of the solution by the process of filtration. Magnesium sulfate, MgSO4 plus Na2CO3, it gives magnesium carbonate, MgCO3, which is totally insoluble in water, and it is also removed from the rest of the water by the process of filtration. The next step is ion exchange method. The ions which are totally responsible for the hardness are exchanged with ions which do not cause precipitation. So we can say the ion exchange method is used when we are unable to remove the permanent hardness of water by the help of washing soda. There are two types of ion exchange methods. First is inorganic ion exchange method, which is also known as permutate method. And the second method is organic ion exchange method, which is known as ion exchange resins method. These two methods are very helpful for the complete removal of permanent hardness of water, and the rest of the water is very suitable for the other purposes. Now we have to define ion exchange method. In this method, sodium zeolite, the main chemical for ion exchange method, and its formula is NaZ, and zeolite is used as ion exchanger. Sodium zeolite is passed through the pipes containing hard water. Sodium zeolite is converted into calcium zeolite or magnesium zeolite by ion exchange. These are insoluble in water and are separated from water by the process of filtration. As the formula mentioned below, then the calcium and magnesium salts react with sodium zeolite. The ion exchange takes place between sodium and calcium and sodium and magnesium, and the water is completely get soft after the process. Now, how to tell if you have hard or soft water? As I had already defined it previously and the starting of my lecture, that the various ways to identify whether the water is hard or soft. There are a number of alternative testing options ranging from services, then how to test the water, and you can identify whether the water is soft or hard by using the strip in the water, and the green or the red color, you can identify the water is hard or soft. The warning signs are, as we all know, that the white is scaling on your utensils, glasses, and other appliances also shows that the water is hard in nature. The soap test, as we know, the hard water gives less lather or less foam with soap, detergents, or shampoos, and the soft water will easily give foam and lather, and then the shampoo and soap is less consumed as compared to the hard water using. Now, come to the point, benefits of soft water and benefits of hard water. Benefits of hard water, and hard water is tasty because due to the presence of calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, and these carbonates. Second, it supplies needed minerals in the diet as it fulfills the deficiency of the minerals in major or minor traces, and it supplies the essential minerals to the body. When we consume a limited quantity or a less quantity of hard water in our daily life, we have no deficiency of calcium and magnesium and other elements. When rinsing soap, it removes all traces. Now let's come to the soft water. It keeps water using heating appliances clean and deposit free. Second, its soap works better. It is less tasty, or we can say salty in nature. It does not break water using appliances. The chemical reactions will proceed smoothly in the presence of soft water. The chemical reactions gets interrupted or disturbed when we use the hard water, and it gives the wrong test. Now the advantages and disadvantages of soft water. Advantages of soft water are: it cleans dishes, it does not give any stain or any thin film on the inner and outer surfaces of the dishes. Second, it is very good for skin and hair. It softs the skin. Third, prolonged life of water heaters, washing machines, dishwashers, boilers, geysers, and other appliances. Soft water disadvantages are: it is not suitable for drinking due to the less content of calcium and magnesium minerals, which are very essential for the proper growth of all living beings. It may cause heart or circulatory problems, and it can harm blood cells. If we observation and conclusion for the activity for students, then we can say the students to identify or differentiate between the two waters. Then first they have to take a detergent, 10 ml of soap content or shampoo or any detergent, and then add less quantity of oil in it, and then add the water. If the foam is formed quickly, then the water is hard. And if the soap plus oil plus water and no foam, after shaking and shaking, then the water is soft in nature. So these are the methods to identify whether the water is soft or hard in nature. It is the very easy to differentiate between the water and identify the type of the water. So we can say, or we can easily define the types of water, and we have to use it for our different purposes.